Hi, I'm Heather, and this is knitting update number 14 for Monday, January 26th. And it's not snowing here. It is still winter. It's freezing. There's so much snow from yesterday, but I guess who cares? So this is my 2-week mark of doing daily uploads. I'm kind of surprised that I actually have been doing it this long. I mean, that I stuck with it. I don't know, it's kind of hard when there's sort of so little feedback from the internet about how people are liking this, if it's even, is this a good format? Sometimes I feel like talking about the same thing every day can be, for me it feels like when I'm editing it, it's a little bit repetitive and I don't know. But I'm gonna keep going with it until I don't want to anymore. And I do feel like now I kind of got this upgrade of a mic, so I'm committed. I have to at least do it for a little bit longer. But yeah. Okay, so let's get into the knitting updates. That's what you're here for, right? So guess what? I finished my sock. Yeah, she's done. The first of the Pearl Ridge shorties. The pattern is by Summer Lee. The yarn I used is this KFI Collection sock indulgence 4-ply in the colorway Shenandoah. That's the body. And then the other colorway, the other colors. This is a Manos Uruguay Alegria in spirulina. Then I also use this Madeline Tosh twist light or sock twist. I don't have the tag, so I don't really know. I don't know the colorway. And then this is the Skein Study Deluxe Sock Mini in the colorway Biscuit. I really like this color combo and I really love how this sock turned out. Let me show you. The inside is actually so cool. I use the toe, the sort of gradual decrease toe, I don't know what to call it, but from the Vintage Lamps pattern, Vintage Lamps A. And I just love how this looks, the texture. So yeah, I already wove in the ends and I kind of did it neat enough that if I want to wear this sock inside out, I could technically. But we'll see what happens. But I'm really, really happy. Look at, I just love how it's like way more defined. Sorry, it's cute both ways. It's a great sock. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. And then while I was on the treadmill this morning, I cast on the second sock and I did like a row. Okay, so at least it's cast on. Not a lot of progress on it, but hey, what can you do? So then, because this week is a off week from going to the hospital, I sort of thought maybe I should take advantage and cast on a slightly harder project, because right now all my projects are all sort of mindless with the intention of like working on them when I'm out and about and not needing to use the Knit Companion app or look at my phone too much to look at the pattern or look at a book. So I did cast on another sock. Let me see. And this is how far I am. So this is the Meerschaum sock pattern by Sachiko Burgin. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but the name will be on the screen. It is a sport weight sock pattern, and unfortunately it only has one size. So I cast on, the one size is a 60 stitch sock, which if you've been watching my videos lately, you'll know the sort of, like I did the other vintage lamp sock and it was 60 something stitches and I think it's gonna be too tight. Then I just did this Summer Lee sock and I did the 72 stitches count sock. I think it might be too big. I haven't even tried it on. But I think, so when I saw this was a 60 stitch pattern, I just figured it's gonna be too small. So I cast on 10 extra stitches because it's a 10 stitch repeat lace pattern. So this is 70 stitches in a sport weight, which I knew would be kind of risky because you're already using a slightly bigger needle. It's a 2.5 needle, but because there's no ribbing, I just figured there's gonna be no give in this. And also I find this Silk Garden is not stretchy because it has such high silk content. So yeah, I did the 70 stitches and now I regret it. I think I'm gonna frog this one. It's too big, and I think I'll just cast on something else. Maybe there's a lace pattern in the new Summer Lee book. I do really want to make this pattern, but I think I'm gonna wait and do it with a solid sport weight yarn, which I have a lot of. I just really want to use this Noro. So let me show you the one I'm using. So this is Noro Silk Garden Sock Solo in the colorway S1. I love it because it's kind of like a neutrally gray, but then it has like all the neon and different colors. It's so cute. I've been wanting to get this sock yarn for a long time. Actually, any of the Noro Silk Garden Sock Solo I've been wanting to get, but seems kind of hard to find. And the yarn store in Guelph just started carrying it, but they only have this colorway, which is totally fine with me because actually I have what I believe to be the same colorway or similar in my stash from about 15 years ago. So I have a small amount of this. I don't think it's enough to make a pair of socks, but then when I saw that she carried the same one, I think I'm just going to use them together, even if they're probably not the same colorway or anything like that. Like, I can't imagine. So yeah, I think I'm just going to look for another DK weight sock pattern and use the Noro. And it's kind of funny because yesterday I showed the Knits About Winter and I was talking about Emily Fodden's sock recipe and how much I like that and the simple ribbing and this and that, but now I'm like, I'm gonna go a totally different direction and do something else, which is fine because those are also kind of easy, mindless sock patterns to just do ribbing and stripes and change up the color blocking and everything. Like, there's not a lot going into that mentally, and I do want something that's a little bit more challenging, but not a cable. So we'll see what I can find. So that's, oh, the other yarn I was holding with the Noro is this BC Garn Semilla Melange, which is also a sport weight, and this is the colorway 007. And I think when I found it online, it was called Lavender or something, but yeah. So I thought they looked cute together. It's also a little bit too pastel-y for me. Like, I think those colors are so pretty, but I think maybe I just want to use a Silk Garden on its own. I don't know. Anyways, my last progress update is my White Mountain sweater. This pattern's by Midori Hirose. And guess what? I'm almost done the sleeve. So I have about 1.5 inches to go in the ribbing on the first sleeve, and then I'm done. And in terms of the yarn chicken, if you're wondering, this is how much I have left of the first sleeve. So like I said, I haven't weighed anything, so I don't know how much is left, but visually that's enough, especially because I only have 1.5 inches left to go of the ribbing. It's kind of crazy because this sweater is going to be, I think, quite a bit larger than the gib. And I thought the yarn chicken would be more real, but yeah, sleeve for sleeve, definitely have had enough to, like, I'm going to have leftover. So that's great. That's great. I'm super happy. I'm not stressed at all about playing yarn chicken here. So that's it for today. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.